Missed out on breakfast? Fret not. It's never too late to grab a bite.
Well, I have to say the two of you look spectacular today.
What?
Looking great.
Today?
Only today, huh?
No, you guys look great all the time.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying you look great today. Just making a comment on your appearance.
Get to the punchline.
I'll take it.
There's no punchline, but I do want to ask you guys an honest question. How often do you guys find yourself commenting on other people's appearance? It can be positive, but let's look at the negative side. Have you told somebody you know you've gained a little weight, or, oh, you look tired today? That's my favorite one.
Right.
Well, it depends how close I am to that person. If I feel like I can be honest with them, like a good friend of mine, then yeah, sure.
Yeah, you say stuff about Audrey every morning.
But in jest, right?
I don't know. You're like, oh,
okay. So how
rough
seriously
night?
should we
I was
take
like,
that?
thank you.
In jest.
No makeup today?
What was that comment you made about my back last year?
What did I say?
I forget.
Yeah. I think back when I was, younger, I would be more forthcoming to share my opinions, but I think these days I'm just more measured, and I think twice about sharing my honest opinion that frankly.
Maybe that's not a bad thing. So I'm following a woman in Singapore, shared a video about an older uncle who she doesn't know, who told her while she was buying fishball noodles at a store, without even hesitating. He said, 你很美, but 很胖. In English, it's you're very pretty but very fat.
Okay.
This is a stranger,
And he was recording himself?
No. She ended up talking about it while she was getting the noodles. Now, I wouldn't have taken it as well as she did because she was laughing it off and she said stuff like, oh, this is the funniest part of my day. This is what someone just said to me. People online loved her attitude, called it refreshingly poised. But this got me thinking about today's topic, about whether it is ever okay to comment on other people's weight and appearance. Because I think we all have experienced this during Chinese New Year, especially. In many parts of Asia, blunt comments about weight and appearance are a cultural norm of sorts here. People just telling you got fatter, skinnier, prettier, you have acne, all that.
Yeah.
It's almost expected from family or elders. So let's start with your experiences with this and whether or not you think that this is okay.
I'm a bit torn about it because I think it depends on where it comes from. Like, let's unpack your pretty but fat, right? So is it from a place of them trying to advise you to lose weight, right? So it's better for your health? Or is it just being nosy and just being a boomer and saying all things that come to mind?
But what would come of you standing behind somebody and being a stranger and being like, oh, you're fat? What would be the expected response? Like, oh, thank you so much. I had no idea. I'm going to kickstart my diet today. Like, what's the point of doing that,
For
right?
me, in this case, I think it's a no-no because it's a transactional comment between a buyer and a seller, none of whom know each other. To your point, they're strangers, right? So I don't think you gain anything from it. In fact, maybe this individual is projecting his insecurity onto the woman. I have no idea.
I have no idea what this guy looks like. But anyway, sometimes it's meant as affection. Sometimes it's tough love.
Yeah.
But for the person on the receiving end, it could really sting, right? And there's science behind this sting. According to the American Psychological Association, people who face weight-based teasing in childhood are 2.5 times more likely to develop low self-esteem and depression later in life. And even adults are not spared. One study by Dove found that 6 in 10 women globally say criticism about their looks greatly damages their confidence, right? But now on the flip side, in the West, there's been a very strong pushback against body shaming. So a lot of body positivity campaigns. Love yourself at any size, which, the messaging is good, but some experts are warning about swinging too far the other way. That in countries like the US, obesity rates have tripled since the 70s, and people tread so carefully now for fear of being labeled as a quote-unquote body shamer that sometimes the conversation on health risks like obesity gets stifled entirely. So I guess the debate is, if we're too afraid to mention weight at all, are we ignoring real health risks? What do you think?
That's a good question. I think there's this fine line now that we have to figure out where is the woke line, where things get out of control and then you're being cancelled.
Yeah.
Yeah, agreed.
But, of course, coming back to Asia, where the norm is now flipped the other way, right? That anybody, even a complete stranger on the street, feels comfortable enough to tell you that you're big or, almost the same level as your parents would tell you that you've gained weight. So there's a level of comfort here that is hard to swallow sometimes, right?
Yeah, okay, let's bring a personal take to this.
Okay.
Have you guys ever been confronted by a stranger and had something negative said about your looks?
Nope.
Yeah, so I think it's not so common, right? Especially in Singapore.
Maybe not so much for strangers, but what about for even people who are close to you?
Probably
Yes,
around,
people that are close to me, yes.
festive occasions.
Yeah.
Like for me, it'll be Chinese New Year, and then they'll be saying, hey, you put on a bit more weight this year.
Okay, so what do you think about that being said in front of a group of people as opposed to privately?
Yeah, I think that plays a big role as well, right? Like, are you trying to shame or embarrass me? And
In that situation, can you hit back?
I don't
Or is that
know.
in bad taste?
probably in bad
Yeah,
taste.
exactly.
Yeah, but it's kind of like a fine line to walk,
Exactly.
right? Is it ever okay to comment on someone's looks or weight? Maybe if it's rooted in care, not cruelty, and the relationship allows it. Whether you're offended or amused, maybe what matters most is the intention behind the words, right? But at the end of the day, kindness should always guide the comment. That's not always the case for some people. If what you're about to say risks doing more harm than good, that you're going to hurt somebody and not help them at all, maybe keep it to yourself, because whether in Singapore or anywhere else, one thing is true: you don't need to be brutal to be honest. So let's all be kind to each other. And again, the two of you look great.
Thank you. And if you ever want to do it, maybe just wait for the right time.
Yeah.